Welcome everybody to the Hive. Appreciate you joining in on a Friday, along with my brother Les sitting in for brother Tony, who's on vacation, and then we'll be going into surgery. Let me just start off by apologizing. I've been working for the last few hours on this, the audio part of this, and I actually brought out my analog board to see if it'll change, but apparently it's software, and I may have to get somebody in here to probably get my brother Robert in here to help me out with that on the software side, so I can take that out. But I hope it's not too bad. Let me see, turn these off. So anyway, welcome. Glad you're here. And on this Friday, it's a hot day, but you know what? We're getting ready for getting ready for the Prescott Bible Conference next week. A lot of people are traveling, and so if that's you're viewing, I know some people are put it in the chat or text me saying, "Yeah, I'm watching your show on my phone, on my cell phone," and so hopefully you're not driving. Do not drive. But glad to see you here. What we're going to talk about today is actually Brother Les brought up to my attention that a very good topic, actually, and I posted it on Instagram and my YouTube on loneliness and isolation. And I really want to, I feel like this will be a great topic to talk about and bring some clarity, bring a biblical balance to people's lives and help them, especially if you're going through it right now. But not to say it all started in 2020 with COVID, because I believe loneliness is a spirit that's been around for a long time. But the COVID impact, I believe, really, I heard someone say, gut punch people's lives. And you look at whether they are, you think about businesses that have resorted to people that have office jobs to working at home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. And, I kid around a lot saying that I wish I could do that, but the thing is people work from home, so that keeps them isolated from the public. Even though the mask mandates are gone, people are basically thrilled to be back doing things that they used to do, which is shopping, going to the mall, doing whatever outside in the public. And I, for one, I'm glad we can do that again. Being cooped up in the house is not a healthy thing, in my opinion. But this is where society is, and you still see some people, wearing their masks, and which is fine, to each his own. But it's like I see these people not making a judgment call, but I'm wondering the reason they're wearing the mask still and even the full face mask is because there's still fear what's out there and what they can catch, and so that kind of keeps them, in a sense, isolated. Your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, yeah. I agree. And and it's not just COVID now, because there are also other variants. There's a kind of a panic mode over monkeypox. And so you have that idea that people have to lock themselves away and live in fear. But that's, you definitely saw it. It was exacerbated with the COVID pandemic. I just heard recently that they're going back to requiring masks in some national parks. Like, we just got back from Yellowstone, and
I heard that too.
They're doing that again. It's like, this is a goal of evil, of the devil, and of darkness, to isolate people, get them alone, and then just infest their minds with fear and terror and all these stuff. And not just fear, but sometimes it's self-pity. Sometimes it's a lot of different issues.
Yes.
But being in the ministry as long as I've been, I can definitely see how loneliness causes people to do things that are very regretful.
Right. as soon as you brought this topic to me, coming home and praying and reading the Bible and stuff like that, it took me back actually to Genesis through creation, when God first mentioned or noticed himself that, hey, it's not good for man to be alone.
Yeah.
And that just kind of reiterated volumes to me, saying that, it's God's intention that we have fellowship. It's God's intention that there is, that we're out in public, that we're
Absolutely.
fellowship, and that we're doing things as a nation, as a people, as a creation, and not withdrawing or isolating ourselves.
Yeah, we're social creatures. That's how God created us. He created us to thrive in relationship, and when that's no longer happening, then something spiritual is lacking in people's lives.
Yeah.
And you definitely saw that with COVID. Not only was it just, you had to lock people away, but the whole mask thing is you couldn't identify somebody the way that you normally do, by their face, by their expressions, by their emotions. And just living in that type of world made a lot of people very lonely.
Yeah. So you mentioned that, and before you mentioned this, I didn't hear about it until I went online and looked it up. But you mentioned something I believe in the UK, about what a department or administration that they have established. I don't know if you want to share that with everybody.
It's called the Minister of Loneliness, and this is a paid government employee that is kind of in charge to oversee, I guess, and make sure that people are not isolating themselves, that they have people around them, especially the elderly, the vulnerable. But yeah, this is the only country on earth that I ever heard of this Minister of Loneliness. When I first heard that, I thought that is very interesting that it's actually caught the attention of the British government. And because they're saying there are many detrimental effects to people being lonely, and health is definitely one of them.
Yeah. So let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my chat window up here so I can see people responding. Feel free to.
Yeah, I mean, no one's exempt from loneliness. No one, and I mean no one. We could start with Adam, but you could also talk about the Apostle Paul being abandoned by all his disciples, saying, "All have forsook me," and so he knows what it's like to be left alone. We talk about John on the Isle of Patmos, and in the midst of his loneliness, has that very powerful revelation about heaven. So I have to believe that God wants to help us, to not feel lonely, and when we do, He wants to visit us and pull us out of it.
Very true. I mean, thinking back when I was, and I'm just sharing a slight testimony back when I was younger, and my dad was in the military, and I believe I was in junior high. In fact, it was 75, 76. And he got deployed to Germany for 2 years. So that impacted me so deeply to when we dropped him off at the airport. I think myself, probably both my sisters, I don't know about my older brother, but, we cried all the way home. But what I got out of that is, I'm missing a vital part of my life, of my relationship. And that was a father figure, my hero, a male stability in my life. And so for 2 years, he was in Germany. Of course, we'd go up during the summertime. But I remember going home, and my mom was very concerned about me because I would literally just stay in my room.
Yeah.
It took a lot to even go to school. I couldn't concentrate. Counselors would have to call my mom. I remember my mom calling my dad, and my dad called me one time Just one time, while I was at school, got called to the office, and there was a phone call for me. And just to hear my dad's voice, hear my father's voice, it perked something. It just kind of refreshed me, and kind of took me out of that little, that little hole I dug myself into, not wanting to talk to anyone or be around anyone because the lack of stability in my life, which was my dad.
So Marie just texted me. She said that she's not getting the podcast. Are we on live?